Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the welterweight division. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Round number 1 is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Nice, nice.
You can sense it right away, Teddy. Looks like it's a tactical bout tonight.
Well, that's what happens when you get 2 counter punches. Nobody wants to lead.
What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world, to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. And just grabbing onto his opponent.
It's all right. Keep moving. Back to the body.
Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching. And Chavez able to get rid of that punch from his opponent. Halfway through this round here. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Ortiz's jab lands well. Comes right back at him with a left hand. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Ortiz's left landing well. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Chavez.
Hey, keep your feet moving.
Chavez's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Ortiz is putting... Chavez is hurt by a big shot.
Get out of there.
Julio Cesar Chavez rattled right there, and he is able to hold on and clinch.
And that is why he's surviving, and that's why he's Chavez, because he's human, and he knows how to deal with those human moments.
Keep that head moving.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. How about that left hand? Chavez is able to avoid that punch. A headshot blocked. End of round 1. Let me paint this picture for you. You got to figure out a strategy, and your fighter's down to 1 eye.
Well, I hope that he read some history books, or he watched a movie named 300. You saw that movie, didn't you? Great movie about the Spartans where they were outnumbered, and they had to get the terrain right to fight the fight. They had to get into the mountains where the greater forces, the great army, could not be the great army. They could not get in there and battle where they could take advantage of their superior forces. That's what he's got to do. He's got to move the fight into a portion of the ring where he will not be vulnerable on that side.
Sound defense. Good block that time by Julio Cesar Chavez. Accurate with the straight left. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Big shot he just scored with. Big headshot puts him down.
One, two, three, four, five.
He went down from a big shot. Now guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he...
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Chavez. Chavez is giving us something to think about early on in this fight here, but his opponent has even more to think about. He has established the jab already.
Yes, he has established the jab, and now his opponent has to think about moving his head so he can get past it.
Halfway through round number 2. Chavez's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. And the old 1-2 by Julio Cesar Chavez.
Teddy, little Chavez trivia. He holds the record for the most successful defense of a world title with 27 and the most world title fights with 37. Anything dealing with longevity is going to fall into a category that he's going to dominate.
Yeah, again, his strengths were not in one category where you say, you know, he's just scintillating in speed or scintillating even in power. But there were so many things he did well. He had a great chin. He was a good body puncher. He was very, very reliable.
Nice work with the uppercut.
I see it. Like what I see in there.
Chavez has got a way of just getting away from that punch. The ref is taking a good look at Julio Cesar Chavez as he continues to take down damage.
Well, sometimes it's about surviving a moment. That moment is upon Chavez.
And that's the end of round 2.
All right.
You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor.
He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Pushing his opponent back. He's just looking for some room to connect again.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like George Foreman when he was in there with Joe Frazier, parrying him a little, pushing him to a distance where he can nail him.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Chavez. Chavez is trying to steady himself in this round after being knocked down in the previous round. Teddy, how much can really happen in those 60 seconds? How much of a benefit is it to a damaged fighter?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, physically, you have to revigorate the guy. You know, maybe massage the legs a little bit. Most importantly, get some ice on the back of his neck. You know, get that blood flow going a little bit. Make sure that you revive him a little bit. Get him back to feeling like he's ready to go out there.
He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Good flush shot upstairs. Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Keep moving. Let's see some more head movement.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. Chavez is cut, and you can see blood coming from his mouth. Now, I don't know if maybe the mouthpiece caused that, but the bottom line is that he can be swallowing that, and that can take away from his wind and conditioning.
1-2, 1-2.
Sending out the power shot. It was a straight left hand. Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
Keep working him.
Chavez's blocking ability is doing well for him there. Good right hand from Chavez.
Relax, relax.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Ortiz is just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. Best combination in the game, jab with the straight. And that's the end of round 3. Round number 4 underway. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Ortiz is up 2 rounds to 1. Teddy hasn't necessarily distinguished himself in any one area other than he's been a little more active.
Yeah, he has been more active. The only thing that I worry about as a trainer, I would be concerned he has to work harder than the other guy to get things done. Does that hurt him down the road?
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Chavez has got things going on his side now. Remember, this fight was going against him. Now, a good rally by him.
Some of that body work there, even when he was losing the rounds, that body work, it's starting to pay dividends right now.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Julio Cesar Chavez. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. That uppercut, absolute. Wow! What a hook to the body, and he is down and in bad shape.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Ortiz's defense is paying off now. As basic as can be, but it works. A jab followed by the straight. Ortiz's hand speed is the difference here. I mean, that's what that combination was all about.
Yeah, purely speed. He just got off faster, sooner.
Move your head. Muévete la cabeza. You need
10 seconds to go in the 4th. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Teddy, what would you recommend? Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Put him away.
Zoning in on that gut combination. Oh, and he goes down again. The question is, can he rise up and continue on? This fight is over. Chavez has gunned down yet another opponent, a knockout victory. Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good, clean finish with the knockout.
Yeah, as a trainer, you want to know, can a guy punch? Can a guy defend? You know, can a guy control distance? But
Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 10 rounds in the middleweight division. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
All the talk, all the hype, now the fight. Round one, scheduled for 10. Danny Jacobs is able to land a nice, clean left hand. This is good stuff right here. Both guys on the inside landing body shots. And Teddy, both guys willing to be there for extended periods of time. Nobody's running out the side door here.
no, they both have a fighter's mentality. There's no doubt about that. But we're going to find out who did more sit-ups.
Nicely timed 1-2. Jacobs is left, working well then. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Jacobs is in a tough spot here. He could go down with that bad defense.
In a matchup like this, I'm going to assume it's going to be tough to envision a scenario where the power puncher can win on points.
Now I have a scenario for you, Joe. It's not that tough. Let the power puncher score 1 or 2 knockdowns. He's going to be ahead in a hurry.
Danny Jacobs has got a bad That was a miss by Jake Lamotta. Good power punch by Danny Jacobs, and I like the way that he targeted it upstairs. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Lands a big hook. The way these two are going at it early on, they're going to break the punch stat computer.
Well, they're trying to break more than that. They're trying to break each other's will.
Get in there!
Jacobs is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Nice work, the left hand to the head. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Oh, keep your feet moving!
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Well-timed, well-placed uppercut there. Lamotta's corner looks like they're creeping up those steps. I think they may want this fight to be over soon.
I think they need to be responsible and understand that just like sometimes the tide goes out, and guess what? It's not coming back in until tomorrow. Well, this is enough for today. This fight is over. We're going to have another day when we come back prepared to do it again.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. They both decide to bring it.
Finish with a hook!
Nothing there on the punch by Jake LaMotta. Jacobs is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. And that's the end of round one. His eye is completely shut. He really is at risk of being a TKO loser here. I suppose if he can defend himself properly, the fight will go on.
Yeah, well, that's going to be up to the discretion, the judgment of the referee. I mean, this is what the referee is paid for. His judgment in this kind of situation.
Get out of the way from those punches! Move your head!
LaMotta lands a big right hand. Jake LaMotta's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good solid right hand by Jake LaMotta. Crashes home with the uppercut. Oh, and they decide to trade there. He scored well after being hit himself. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Oh, and he comes back with an uppercut there after getting hit. And now he's targeting upstairs. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. LaMotta's eye is an absolute mess. That cut is really a major issue. Now, if you're his opponent, it's got to be the primary target, right?
Yeah, in a way, but you don't want to get carried away where you're just aiming at one thing. You want to throw your punches. You don't want to go out there now, you know, start chucking for an exact spot there. You get caught up too much in that. If it's going to land, it's going to land in that area.
You knew the swelling was bad. Now you see the result. The ref stepping in, stopping this fight. That's a TKO. Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for our main event of the evening. 10 rounds of lightweight action. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves. Remember what we talked about?
10 rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. Scored well up top. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by Diego Corrales. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Two guys that can really take each other out. What's the best means of defense?
Well, if one guy says to himself, I'm not the power puncher, then he has to be smart. He has to be technically solid in all areas. He's going to have the edge.
Tremendous body work by both guys as they stand right there on the inside and trade.
Now it's up to somebody off of that body work to bring it upstairs. Do something more than staying in the basement. Go visit the attic every once in a while.
Oh, good exchange there. That's a huge uppercut from Diego Corrales. Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Vinny Paz. Clearly affected by that. Oh, he's hurt right. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Not a good sign. He goes to the canvas for the first time tonight. Vinny Paz's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. Well, this could play a real detrimental effect in terms of cutting his wind, taking away his air, because he's bleeding in his mouth and he could swallow a lot of that. Unbelievable pace here tonight. Both guys have no plans of having this fight go far. I'm sure the frame of reference for most is Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, you wonder if it's going to live up to that. So far, so good.
He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. So punch after punch, he keeps taking punishment. Starting to wonder here, Teddy, how much more will he be able to take?
You want it to be the inclination of a fighter, in this case a warrior, to go on. But sometimes enough is enough, and you just have to take your losses and come back to fight another day. I believe we've gotten to that point.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. A solid left hand by Vinny Paz. Hits him in the mug with the right. And yet another big shot comes in. Can he get up from this? He's done it before, but can he get up from a second time down?
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9.
And we come to the end of round number 1. Teddy, let's discuss what's going on right here. His eye is completely swollen shut. What is the concern with the referee in the ringside position?
Well, right now they're worried about the welfare. You know, not just about tonight, but the future of this fighter. What damage he will take now because he can't see correctly. It's their job to protect the fighter.
Chavez is going out there after just being knocked down in the last round. If you're standing opposite him, what's the mentality? What's the strategy here?
Well, you want to go after him, but you don't want to walk into a trap either. You want to kind of size him up a little bit. You want to see if he looks like he's okay, but at the same time, keep in your mind that he might be trying to con you. You know you hurt him, so put that pressure on.
He is not in good shape. It's solid. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's over. The fight is over. Diego Corrales' opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. I never saw that coming. An early knockout victory. That's a stunner, Teddy.
So as I look at it, maybe not as surprising as everybody else is, because
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines for our main event. 10 rounds of middleweight action between marvelous Marvin Hagler and Peter Manfredo Jr.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
All right, let's go. Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. Forceful jab by Marvin Hagler. Scores up top with a left. Blocks the headshot. And he's holding. Marvelous Marvin Hagler in action here tonight, Teddy. What should we see out of him?
well, what a lot of people don't think, they see his chiseled body, they think he's just going to come out and get a seek and destroy missile coming at you. He looks you over a little bit and then figures out how he's going to take you apart. I figure the first round is going to come out probing with that southpaw jab, defensively alert, and again, taking a peek at you.
Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the will of the wisps, the old great Willie Pep. Made him miss, made him pay.
To the head he goes with a left hand. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Blocks that belt line well.
Side to side.
Teddy with a power puncher against a high stamina fighter, a guy that can take you into the deeper rounds.
how much is it a disadvantage where it sort of takes away what maybe he's best at?
Well, it's a disadvantage mentally because if his power doesn't work and the high endurance guy is still there, he may start to dissipate. He may start evaporating right in front of you.
Red hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library, watching Hammer and Hank. The great Henry Armstrong never took a step backward, kept going forward.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Did you see that? What a powerful hook to the head by Manfredo. Effective work with that flush overhand right. A solid uppercut by Peter Manfredo. Trying to time that straight left hand, and he does so with ease.
Keep working the body.
Now hugging on the inside. Marvelous Marvin with a big uppercut. He just missed that shot up top. 10 clicks of the talk. Little head hunting with the left. End of round one. He can't see out of that eye, Teddy. It is swollen shut, and now the ref is taking a look.
And he should be taking a look, and I think he's going to bring the doctor up pretty soon to look at it himself.
Keep moving your head. Come on, keep moving.
Marvin Hagler's got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye.
Yeah, and what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Peter Manfredo's banged by a left hand. Solid, a good knifing punch. That back power hand just scored the knockdown.
One, two, three, four, five.
Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. A good block by Marvin Hagler. And he ties up on the inside. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Great work offensively, landing that combination by Marvin Hagler. Nice strike after catching one by marvelous Marvin Hagler. Non-stop energy from both guys in this round. The final minute is here. Well, he's sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Marvin Hagler is taking punishment to the point where the ref is thinking about stopping this fight.
And this is a case where his chin betrayed him, not because it's not a granite chin, which it is, but he depended on it too much. And usually you wouldn't hit him with 2 or 3 in a row, but he stood there, he got a little careless, and the second and the third punch put him in this position.
Oh, a nice 2-punch combo by Marvin Hagler. Boom, left hand comes home. Manfredo's trying to survive this. There it is! He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round?
One,
minutes gone by in this round.
Hagler's very accurate, and you can see it even early on in this fight, Teddy. He just has a target from long range that he can hit upon, and it's his opponent's head.
Well, what he's doing is he's acting like a realtor. What I mean by that is he's charging his opponent for real estate. Every foot that he comes in, he charges them 3 or 4 punches.
Dangerous left hand from Hagler.
Hey, you gotta get some of that too now. Come on, let's go.
Needs to improve. Look at that. And he beat the count. I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals, but right now, he needs them right now.
Manfredo stunned, and here, did you see that? Knocked down again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The ref stops the fight. Hagler's hand to be raised in victory. He scores the knockout here tonight. It may have been scheduled to go longer, but he just rescheduled it. Done. Over. Fiend. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for a much anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp.
Over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up.
Little get to know you here in the opening round, scheduled for 10. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. How is this strategy of employing the jab time and time again going to pay off for him?
Oh, it's going to be kind of like, you know, when you put your kids to sleep, you know? You get a little peace and quiet. He's going to be left alone. He's not going to be bothered. He's not going to have a headache if he uses his jab.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Evander Holyfield. Well, there's a spot that his opponent doesn't want to be in. You see him backing him up against the ropes. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Evander Holyfield.
Move those feet.
Teddy, I'm going to be kind in simply describing one of our fighters tonight as just having low stamina. He's going up against a guy who's a high motor guy.
Yeah, what I think he has to do, and I'll be kind too, is he just has to go for broke. Go for the Hail Mary. Jump right on the faster guy.
Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Evander Holyfield. Tremendous pace being set early on here between these two. Can't see this fight going the distance with this pace.
No, not unless something changes, like moving their heads a little bit.
Nice work, nice work.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Clinch him.
See him timing that double jab to the head. What an impact that left hand just made by Evander Holyfield. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Evander Holyfield. And a good solid 1-2 combo by Evander Holyfield.
Come on, get focused.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot. Solid left hand to the head. Evander Holyfield's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. Teddy, what advice do you give in a situation like this when you have a fighter who's clearly been hurt, who's just looking to hold on and buy himself some time?
Well, it's more than just advice. You know, I admonish him a little bit. I tell him, hey, listen, I don't want no excuses that he's tying you up. It takes two to tango. You don't have to get tied up if you don't let him. Don't let him. Take a little step back and create room and let those hands go.
A well-placed left hand up top. Two snapping jabs by Lewis. Lewis is getting back to basics. A good, solid jab.
Keep working the body.
Teddy Lennox has had a very interesting career. Many would say at times a roller coaster career because he had the instances where the chin gave out on him.
Yeah, he has, but the most important thing in his mind is he's come back, and he believes in himself, and that's where that great amateur background comes in. He's been down dark roads before.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Lennox Lewis. Able to dismiss that body shot. Final minute of this round that has been nothing but 2 straight minutes of non-stop fury.
Fasten your seatbelt. More turbulence ahead.
Evander Holyfield's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. That's an impactful right hand by Lewis. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Lewis's strategy coming in was to land a lot of jabs. Teddy, you got to grade him out with an A here.
Maybe even an A+, Joe. That plus is the right hand. Once the jab has been there, bang, the right hand came just when it was supposed to. Give him an A+.
Lennox Lewis scores with the left hand. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
Lennox Lewis is snapped by a right hand. Puts forth the hook, scores with it. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Lewis. Lewis is doing a very nice job here. I like how he's able to land some shots at longer range, keeps him away from his opponent's power, but yet allows him to control things.
Well, first of all, he understands how to do those things. He's been trained in the gym. But he also recognizes what his opponent can't do. He understands that he has an opportunity to fight this kind of fight because he's got a slow-footed, cement-footed guy in front of him.
Keep your hands up.
And now he scores well with the straight right. And now he's targeting upstairs. Comes right back at him with a left hand. A crushing two-punch combo by Lewis. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Evander Holyfield's hurt. Can you believe this? This round is absolutely outrageous. He got rocked. He just got rocked, and he's still taking punches.
The only way right now is to grab on a little bit, stop this flow.
Pace yourself. Keep working the
There's a straight right hand.
Get focused.
Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Reigns gets that head moving.
Nice strike after catching one by Evander Holyfield. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Lewis. And this round comes to an end.
Toe this guy. Keep your distance, all right? Keep boxing just like that. You're gonna take this one.
The beginning of round 4, a chance to look at the scorecards. And Teddy, you like what he's done so far early, a clean sweep of all 3 rounds.
Yeah, a couple of rounds were close, but on the inside, when both of them had their chance to separate a little bit, he was the one who made the right decision to punch.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Unable to make an impact there by Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
Good work.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Lewis is doing what every trainer wants to see their fighter do. Land punches in bunches. The combination lands. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Evander Holyfield. Well-targeted two-punch combo by Evander Holyfield. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Evander Holyfield. Holyfield's looking for a way to get this fight back on course. Of course, that can get him a victory. This isn't it, just trying to counterpunch in these middle rounds.
No, this is not it. He's not thinking right. You know, it's one thing to say physically, technically, he needs to do that. But to do it, you have to be mentally clear. You have to be seeing the plan, seeing what you have to do, what you have to order your body to do. He's not seeing that right now.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Evander Holyfield. This round is in the books, and it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
Nice combination, jab, uppercut to the head.
Stay away from the inside.
Side to side, move your head.
Evander Holyfield showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
Lewis is hit by a counter punch there. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Evander Holyfield.
Keep working the jab. Good, good. There you go.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Didn't get it done going to the body there. left hand. Holyfield's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Keep working the body. And that's the end of round 5. Evander Holyfield's plan was not supposed to be this result that we're getting here. Now it's later in the fight, and his opponent is still able to score with ease out at range.
Well, his corner has to think about doing something drastic here. Taking all these shots, this fight is in danger of being stopped. He's definitely going to lose it anyway. Maybe do something I tried years ago with Mills Lane. Believe it or not, bring him over to the corner, use him a little bit, use the referee. Bring him over to the corner and say, listen, if he doesn't change, I want you stopping this fight the next round. This way you put your fighter on notice what's going on.
There you go.
Oh, that's good stuff. Fire it right back with one of his own. Good work by Lewis. Lennox Lewis's hand speed is right now the difference. Teddy, you got faster hands. You're halfway home.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, is to be able to do that. But there is a way to negate it, to counter it, and that's to time the punches. Timing can beat speed.
It's all right. Just keep moving. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Look at that combination by Lennox Lewis.
Come on, get focused. Finish with the hook.
Lewis is doing well here with that two-punch combination. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Lewis. Round 6 comes to an end. Lewis's plan has not changed 1 ounce. We've seen him have great success all night, fighting out at range, fighting in a safe area, but yet still scoring. What does his opponent have to do?
Well, there are opportunities for his opponent. What he has to do is beat Joe Montana. They believe he's a quarterback. Yeah, you know, Montana wouldn't throw the ball to where the receiver is, where he's gonna be. Well, his opponent's stepping back, so throw the punch behind him. Let him walk right into it.
Looking good. Protecting his head well with his guard. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Blocks that punch. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. Holyfield's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Showing you some defense there with the block.
Gotta see those coming.
Evander Holyfield's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches.
Side to side.
Nice strike after catching one by Evander Holyfield.
Keep this fight in the center of the ring, okay? Keep your hands, all right? You have to keep your hands up.
You gotta watch the water in the corner too much.
You gotta breathe. Just breathe. Relax. How you feeling out there?
As we begin round number 8 here, it's clear cut who's got the lead. He's been up since the opening bell on your scorecard, Teddy.
Well, look, I don't like to knock or in any way make fun of any fight. Anybody who ring, they're a special person. But somebody needs to tell him it's okay to move your head once in a while.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Well-placed combination by Lennox Lewis. Lewis's hand speed right now, the difference with what we just saw, able to land that combination.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a little bit more down the road, but right now, that's got him in front.
Returning fire, well done by Evander Holyfield. Good looking counterpunch.
Looking good. You gotta protect yourself.
Lewis's power punching tonight has been on the mark throughout. You almost wonder if his opponent can take any more.
Yeah, well, you wonder if his opponent gets insulted if you miss him. I mean, move your head.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Flush right hand to the head. Teddy, earlier tonight, we noted that he's doing a really nice job of fighting on the outside. Nothing has changed. Here we are in the later goings, and he's still accomplishing a lot on the outside.
Yeah, Joe, this is a man, a fighter, who understands his identity. His identity is to fight on the outside. He's sticking with it.
Keep your distance.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Evander Holyfield.
Come on, kid. Protect yourself.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see.
Keep pushing.
Lands the left after setting it up with a jab. Lewis is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Very accurate two-punch combo by Lewis. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand.
Guard your head.
And that's the end of round 9. Lennox Lewis is just doing what he's been doing all night long. We've seen it throughout. He's been scoring well on the inside. He's been hitting those headshots. I don't know what the answer is on the other side, Teddy, but there's got to be something they can do different.
Well, one thing is he has to notice that, yeah, he's staying on the outside, but he's pulling back straight every once in a while. So what you got to do is make believe you're an NFL quarterback. Everybody wanted to be an NFL quarterback, you know, where you lead the receiver. So what you do is you anticipate that he's going to go back, and you aim a punch behind him. Let him walk right into that punch. Let him pull into that punch.
Nice job to land that counter punch and getting away from one of his own by Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. One but gets one. Good work by Evander Holyfield. Defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
Focus. Head movement. Head movement.
Lewis is basically giving you the impression that he's a little tentative to throw punches based on what happened earlier when he got hurt.
Yeah, he's got to find a way now to not give up the offense that he had earlier. He wants to go into a defensive mode a little bit, but if he gives up that offense, he'll fall too far behind. He'll get to that no man's land where he'll need a knockout to win, and he doesn't have that kind of power.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Evander Holyfield. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nice combination by Lewis. This was an easy fight to score from start to finish after that effort.
Well, you never know in this sport with the scoring, but this is one you know.
We're going to know in moments here as we send it up to the ring. Lewis's work tonight was well rewarded. A unanimous decision win. Teddy, you saw it all along.
It was easy, and he saw it all along. That's the thing. He saw the punches coming all night long. He was